with block 1 and unit number 2. Correlated with this MMPC002, human resource management. In the previous unit, we have studied about the evolution of the human resource management. While in this second unit, we have the curriculum as per designed by the GNU. Unit number 2, it is consists of human resource management. First of all, here we will study about the functions as well as the responsibilities of the human resource managers. This is clearly indicated here. What are the objectives? After the completion of the unit number 2 of the human resource management, students should be able to, number 1, provide an overview of the functions of the HRM, which is clearly indicated. This is the human resource management. As well as we will describe here the roles and the responsibility of the HR managers. As well as we will discuss here and explain the functions of the HR managers. Then this unit will explain the functions of HR managers with identify the challenges which is faced by the HR managers. So this unit is very, very interesting, important also. As we can see, there are the various functions, and also we will provide the functions with responsibilities. Right. Structure. First of all, what is the structure? The structure of this human resource management unit. First of all, we will cover here the introduction, then functions of the human resource management, roles and responsibility of the human resource managers, and we will cover here functions of HR managers. Emerging aspects of the human resource functions, challenges faced by the HR managers in the present scenario. There are the various challenges are here. We will discuss in this unit also. And summary, what were the overall is of this unit. Self-assessment we will discuss, and reading references is the part of the unit number 2 of block 1. First of all, we will introduce about the concept of human resource management. The various unit has laid the foundation of the concept of the human resource management. Its meaning, nature, evolution, which realizing the importance of managing the human resource of an organization. Managers devote considerable attentions and the expertise to attend, maintain, and retain. 3 points are very, very clearly indicated here, and also very, very important here when we are discussing about the human resource management. Expertise to attend, maintain, and retain. All the 3 points are very important. Human resources, as the number of the functions is performed by the human resource management department for utilizing the human resource efficiently. These functions are interrelated and hold utmost of the importance, not only in the managing the employees, but also in developing them. This unit is a step ahead on the concept of the human resource management and will provide the details of the HR and functions. The unit will also focus on the role of the human resource management, which have the undergone changes in line with the changing business environment. So this is, you can say, the introduction of this specific unit. Very important. What are the functions of HRM? HR plays the central stage role. It is a very, very important, significant role in any organization to meet the challenges of a dynamic and competitive environment due to the changes in the business environment, the workplace, and demographics of HR. HR managers need to reconfigure their roles. However, in general, the human resource functions are broadly two categories. Like we can categorize as the managerial and operation. Two types of the functions are there, which we can indicate it here, the MO. MO as the managerial functions and the operational functions. Two type of the functions are categorized here when we are discussing about the human resource management. And these are some specific functions are there. What are the functions of the human resource management, we can say? They are the managerial as well as the operative functions, which is known as the MO. So, first of all, what are the managerial functions? This is directly indicated. The managerial functions are the planning. Point A is clearly indicated here. And directing, controlling, organizing. This is specifics in the planning. B is the organizing. C is the directing, and D is the controlling. So basically, human resource functions or any human resource manager will focus when they are under the part of the managerial functions. That's a part of the planning, which is very, very essential and very, very important part is the planning. Then organizing, then how they will organize it. And directions. Directions is a very important part. What type of directions you are giving to the employees in any organization, that is the part of the direction. Then controlling, how we can control, how we can check the overall function of any organization. This is the part of the managerial functions of the any human resource managers. It is clearly indicated here. Then the operative functions, that is the another part and another segment, which is very important, known as the operative functions. So clearly indicated here, the managerial as well as the operative functions are. Then what are the operative functions are there? Operative functions are the part of the HR, sourcing are there. Performance and development is the part of the operations. Compensation management, it is very important and significant in the present scenario. What are type of the compensation are there? And how we can manage the compensation system in any organization. Then integration, how we can integrate it. What are the strategies and the policies we will follow, or HR manager will follow for the integration here, because integration is very, very important part. We have discussed also in the unit number 1. Then we are discussing the block 1. Then employees retention of relationships, employees relationships are very, very important. So there are some specific functions we are repeating here. Operating functions like the HR sourcing is the part of operating system. Performance and development is the part of the operative systems. Compensation management is the part of the operative system, as well as the integration and employees relationship is also very important segment when we are discussing about the operative functions. Next, managerial function we have also discussed in the specific block and in the unit number 2 here. Like managerial functions of the human resource management. It involves the planning, involves the organizing, it involves here the directing, and very essential part of the control. How we can plan, how we can organize, how HR manager direct or provide the directions, and overall controlling of any organization is the part of the managerial functions. All these functions influence the operative functions also, because integration is the part of the human resource management. We can already discuss about the operative functions of HR. Then we are discussing here in this unit the planning. First part of any managerial function is the plan. Planning is the predetermined courses of the actions. Planning pertains to formulating the strategies of programs and the changes in the advance that will contribute to the organizational goals. So planning is very essential part. Planning is the part when we will start any program, any mission we are setting for the organization or visions we are setting. So there must be a planning, and this planning is the predetermined courses of actions. Planning also for the classified long-term plannings, short-term planning, and so on. Various type of the plannings are there. So planning is very significant and first step of any HR functions. We will discuss about the planning. So it is very important. Then organizing. After we will any HR manager formulating strategies, plans, programs, or you can say the two programs in some industry. We can say the TP2 programs where the employees will go, how the data will be collected, and how the work function of any organization will be carried out. So all the parts is the part of the plan. Then after the completion of the successful planning, there is the part number 2 that is known as the organizing. As in the word of the Chase Massey, an organization is a structure and a process by which a cooperative group of human beings allocates its tasks among its members, identifies relationship, and integrates its activities towards a common objectives. So the specific phenomena is known as the organization and organizing the functions. Then the direction. Directing is also very important. All the parts are very important. Like the human parts, all the parts are essential. So all the parts, all the planning, directing, controlling is essential, and all the parts are very important when we are planning any managerial functions as a HR manager. Like the directing the billing and the effective cooperation of employees for the attainment of organizational goals. Various type of the goals we have already discussed in the unit goal. So this is the organizational goal. So organizational goal is possible through the proper direction. Various type of the goals are there. Social goals are there. Organizational goals are there. Professional goals are there. So what are the objectives? It is depend upon the missions, and it is also correlated and directly constituted what are the vision of any organization. So vision is very important, and these visionary actions should be taken with the help of the goals. So organizational goals are possible through the proper directions. So direction is very important. If direction is not in the proper direction, also we can say, so there may be the distortion in the goals or for the achievement of the organizational goals. Organizational goals are also very important. Then the control. This part this is clearly indicated here. Controlling involves the checking, verifying, and comparing of the actuals with the plans. So controlling is also very important. verification are the part, checking what are the various procedures are going on. Comparison with the actuals with the plans is known as the control. When there are the deviations are there, when the plans and the actuals are not correlated and they are not equal, if there are any deviations are there, if there are a big gap between the actual plans as well as the achievements, then there are the need to control, and there are also the point of the analysis why these specific deficient deviations are coming. So controlling is very, very important, because after the direction or after the directing, controlling is the overall, we can say, a important part, important tools to complete the organizational goals. Next, operative functions. The operative functions of the human resources or human resource management are related to specific activities of managing the employees. Employees management is very important, significant, and the part of operative functions. Specific activities of managing employees are the HR sourcing, performance and development, compensation management, integration, and employee relationship, or we can say the human resource management is the part of the employee relationship also. So there are specific things as HR sourcing, performance and development, compensation management, integration, and employee relations. Very, very simple. HR resourcing. It is the first operative function of the human resources, that is known as the HR. It is concerned with the employing the people processing the required kind and labor of the human resource necessary to achieve the organizational objectives. It covers the functions also. Functions are maybe as the job analysis, very important terms. Job analysis is in the process of study and collection of the information. Collections of the information relating to the operations and responsibility of a specific job. So job analysis also is very important. Any job analysis, in case of the human resource management, it includes collection of data. Collections of data, there are the various sources of the collection of data. Collection of data maybe from the primary source, primary data we can say, from the secondary source, sometimes we can say the tertiary source, and sometimes we say there are the mixed sources are there where we are collecting from primary sources and from the secondary sources both. So collections of data is the part of the job analysis. Informations, facts, ideas relating to the various aspects of the jobs, including 3M. They are the main: machine and the material. Clearly indicated man, machines, and the materials. Next part is the preparation of job descriptions. That is in general known as the JD, job descriptions. Job specification, job requirements, employee specification, which will help in identifying the nature, level, and quantum of the human resources. So it's clearly indicated. Next, here we providing the guides, plans, and basis for the job design and for all operative functions of the human resource management. It is clear? That is the job analysis. Then, human resource planning also. It is the process for the determination and the assuring the organization will have an adequate number of qualified persons available at the proper times performing jobs which would meet the needs of the organization and which provide the satisfaction for the individual involvement. It involves at the estimation of the present and future requirement, not only the present, but also the future requirement is significant, and supply of the human resource based on the objectives and long range plans of the organization. Next part are the calculation of the net human resource requirements based on the present inventory of the human resources. Inventory means the number of the persons available for a specific task or the work in any organization. Then taking the step to mold, change, and develop the strength of the existing employees in the organization so as to meet the future human resource requirement also. Preparation of action program to get the rest of the human resources from outside the organization and to develop the human resources in terms of existing employees also. Recruitment process. Very important and significant also the recruitment. Recruitment it is the process of searching for the prospective employees. It is the process of searching for the prospective employees and stimulating them to apply for the job in an organization it deals with. Number one, identification of existing sources of the applicants and developing them. Then, creation, identification of the new sources of the applicants. Then we will discuss stimulating the candidates to apply for the job in the organization. Stimulation is also very, very important. Stimulation, maybe the salaries, maybe the fringe benefits, positions. So stimulation also very important for the requirement because there are the need that candidate must apply for the jobs. Maximum employees must apply for the jobs. So we can screen out the best candidate with the biodatas or the resumes are collected as the HR manager when there are the adequate number of the resumes are there, so we can categorize for the further procedures also after for the selection also, because the second part of the recruitment is the selection. So stimulation is the very, very important. Sometimes we are giving the advertisements in the newspaper. Then we are also giving the reminders to apply for the specific jobs. Various portals are also available where you can apply for the jobs. Then striking a balance between the internal and the external sources. So when we are recruiting and we are in the process of the recruitment, then the balance is also necessary from which sources and from which part we are promoting the candidates, like internal or the external sources. It will depend upon the organizational policies. It is clearly indicated here, recruitment. As we also discussed and we have also said that selection is the part come after the recruitment. First is the recruitment, then the selection. Certain it is the process. Selection is the process of ascertaining the qualifications, experiences, skills, knowledge, etc. of an applicant with a view of appraising his and her suitability to a job. Here we find if this specific person is suitable for a job. It is depend upon the skills, knowledge, and required experiences and qualification also for a specific job. It is very post to post, the very suitability of the job and which type of the job is required, which type of the profession is this, then the qualification and skills are a very important segment, is a very important tool for the selection. This function includes framing and developing the application plans. Then creation and developing valid and reliable testing techniques. Formulating interviewing techniques. Various type of the interview techniques are there. In HR practices, we can say. Checking of references, telephonically, by email, and the various sources are there. We can check the references of the specific person. Then setting up a medical examination policy and the procedures also is the part of selection. Line manager's decisions also the part. Sending a letter of the appointment and rejection also. Employing the selected candidates who report for the duty. So this all the process is known as the selection. Placements. Placement is the process of assigning the selected candidates with the most suitable job in terms of the job requirement. It is the matching of employee specification with the job requirements. This function includes counseling. Counseling is very, very important part. Counseling the functional managers regarding the placement. Conducting the follow-up studies, appraising employee performance in order to determine employee adjustment with the job. Correcting the misplacement if any by chance, although this process is very, very important. Is 0% chances, but if there is any misplacement is there, then the HR manager can check accordingly. Clearly the performance and development. It is the process of improving, modeling and changing the skills, knowledge, creative ability, aptitude and attitude. Both the words are significant, have their meaning, values, commitment. Based on the present and future job and organizational requirement. is the part of the performance and development. Performance appraisals are there. It is the systematic evaluation of individuals with respect to their performance on the job and their potential for the development. Performance appraisal includes developing the policies, procedures, and techniques, helping the functional managers, reviewing of reports, and consolidation of report also. Evaluating the effectiveness of various programs, they all are the part, or it includes in the performance appraisal. Training. It is the process of imparting to the employees technical and operating skills and the knowledge is known as the training. Trainings are further divided and classified: on the job training, off the job training, various type of the trainings are available in HR practices. Sometimes internship, when the students are doing the internship, they are also the part of training. On the job trainings as well as the off the job trainings. The process is very important. Training process includes identification of training needs of the individual and the company. First of all, we find out, HR manager find out, is there any need of the training, or only this is the best time. But if this is the requirement of the training, and any new products are launching in the market, any new technologies are launched in the market, so this is dependent upon the HR manager. Is there is any need? If there is the need, then they will plan a training program. Then developing a suitable training program. It includes the time schedule also. Helping and advising the line management in the conduct of the training programs, imparting of requisite the job skills and knowledge to the employees. Evaluating the effectiveness of training programs is the part of the training. So, identification, development, management, what are the skills are required, and after all, what was the fact of the training, or we can say what was the result of the training, what is the effectiveness of the training of the employee is also the part of the human resource management, that not only the training but effectiveness of the training, which can be evaluated by the various techniques available in the HR practices for the training assessment. Management development. It is the process of designing and conducting the suitable executives development programs so as to develop the managerial and the human relation skills of employees. It includes identification of areas in which the management development is needed, conducting development programs, motivating the executives, designing the specific development programs for the promotions, using the services of specialists or utilizing the institutional executive development programs are the part of the management. So it is clearly indicated: identification of the areas, conducting the development programs, I am repeating, and motivating the executives, designing the special development programs, and utilizing the services of the specialist. Then career planning and development. It is the planning of the career and implementation of career plan by means of education, training, job search, acquisition of work experiences. It includes the internal as well as the external mobilities also. So career planning and career development is the part, is a very essential part of the human resource management. Time to time, the HR manager are designing these specific programs, which is correlated with the career. So when it is correlated directly with the career of an employee, then we can say this is the career planning. So development also the part after the training, but natural development will be a part of the human resource management. Internal mobility includes the vertical and horizontal movement of an employee within an organization. It consists of the transfer, promotions, and demotions also. The part of the mobility, how the specific person are internally mobile or mobilities are there horizontally as well as we can say the vertically. Compensation management. New segments are there that is known as the compensation management. It is the process of providing adequate, equitable, and fair remunerations to the employees. It includes the job evaluation, wages, salary, administration, incentives, bonuses, fringe benefits, social security, and other measures are the part of the compensation. It is very important, students. Like compensation management includes job evaluation, wages, salaries administration, incentives, bonus, fringe benefits, and social security also. Job evaluation. Job evaluation, it is the process of determining the relative worth of the job. Select the suitable job evaluation techniques time to time. Classify the jobs in the various categories, determining relative value of the jobs in the various categories are the part of job evaluation. Wages and salary administration. This is the process of developing and operating a suitable wage and a salary program. It includes conducting wage and salary surveys, determining the wage and the salary rates based on the various factors. Factors may be changed time to time. Administering the wages and salary programs, evaluating its effectiveness also, are the part of the wage and salary administration. Then incentives. Always we have heard about the incentives. What are the incentives? Sometimes we have said in the various advertisement we say or we can see that this specific remuneration are there, this is the salary and these are the incentives. Incentives are very, very important parts. Why? It is the process of formulating, the administering and reviewing these schemes of the financial incentives in addition to the regular payment of wages and salaries, which includes formulating incentives, payment schemes, basically helping the functional managers on the operation. Review them periodically to evaluate the effectiveness of this specific incentive programs. And what is the impact on the sale? What is the impact on the performance or the productivity of an employee is the part of the incentives. How incentive works. Bonus. It includes the payment of statutory bonus according to the Payment of the Bonus Act 1965 and its latest amendments also. So bonus is also the part of this specific human resource management system. Fringe benefits. Fringe benefits, they are the various benefits at the fringe of the ways management provides these benefits to motivate. The word is motivate is very, very important when we are discussing about the fringe benefits. Motivate the employees and to meet their life's contingencies. These benefits includes disablement benefits, housing facilities we are providing, educational facilities various organizations are providing to employees and their children also. Canteen facilities we are providing. Various organizations we can say. Recreation facilities, convenience facilities, credit facilities we are providing some credit also for the car, sometimes for the we have home loans. For the requirement of the employee, various organizations providing the credits. So this is the part of the fringe benefits. Legal advices, medical insurance, maternity, welfare facilities, company stores. So various type of the fringe benefits nowadays companies are providing to the employees or to attract the employees to join the organization. Not only the salaries, but also they are highlighting what is the bonus, what are the incentive schemes, and what are the additionally fringe benefits they are providing for the employees. Integration. Practicing the various human resource policies and the programs like the development, compensation, integration among the employees create a sense of relationship between the individual worker and the management, among workers and trade unions also, and the management. So this is very important, and this is the also a difference between the personal management and the human resource management, because integrations are very significant and effective in case of the human resource management nowadays. Employees engagement should be there, motivating the employees, boosting employees moral, developing the communication skill, developing the leadership skills, grievance redressal or grievance handling is very important. So establish a disciplinary procedures also, how we can meet out in case of the any indiscipline case arises in the organization. So grievance handling also very important part. Employee relations. The term industrial relation refers to the study of relation among the employees, employer, government, and the trade unions. Industrial relation includes the trade, unionism, collective bargaining are the part, industrial conflicts are the parts, workers' participation in the management, they increase the employees' relation with the organization or with the industry. Roles and responsibility of HR managers. The role of human resource management or the role and responsibility of the HR manager is to plan, develop, administrate the policies and the programs designed to make the optimum use of an organization of human resources. It is that the part of the management which is concerned with the people at work and their relations with organization. Its objectives are effective utilization of human resource, desirable working relationship among all the members of the organization, maximum individual development should be there. Human resource functions are primarily administrative and the professional. With the changing scenario, they are involved the company's overall strategic management also. The primary responsibility of the human resource managers are primarily we can say that they develop a knowledge of corporate culture, plans the policies for the organization. They act as an internal change agent and the consultant also to initiate the changes and act as an expert and the facilitator. This is the work or the role. To actively involve in the company's policies, formulation strategies, formulations to keep communication line open between the HRD function and the individuals and also with the groups. Both within and outside the organization, they are the primary responsibilities. These are the primary responsibilities of the human resource management. Emerging roles we can say of the HR managers. Administrative roles are there, operating roles are there, and strategic HR roles are there. Like in case of the administrative roles, we can say the HR practices are there, legal compliances forms are there, and the paperwork are there, the part of the administration. Then operational actions are managing employees, relationship issues, employees advocate are the part of the operational actions. Is the role of the, as we can say, this is the role of the HR managers. Then strategic HR are the organization, business strategies are there, HR strategies of planning and evaluation of the human resources also, the part of planning. Administrative roles of HR are there. The administrative role of the HR, clearly indicated, has been heavily oriented to the administration, basically administration, and record keeping, including the essential legal paper, and the policy implementation. Technology has been widely used to improve the administrative efficiency of HR and the responsiveness of HR to employees and the managers. More HR functions are become available electronically or are being done on the internet using web-based technology. Technology is being used in most of the HR activities, from the employment, application, and employee benefits enrollments to e-learning using the internet-based resources. Next, operational and employee advocate role of HR. Various roles are there. HR managers manage most of the HR activities in line with the strategies and the operation that have been identified by management and serve as the employee champion or employee issues are concerned. Like HR often has been viewed on the employee advocate in the organization. They act as the voice of the employee concern and spend the considerable time of HR crisis management, dealing with the employees' problems that are about work-related problems, non-work-related problems may be there. So we can say the operational and employees advocate role of the HR is clearly indicated here. Then strategic roles of HR are there. Strategies or the planning role means the HR professionals are proactive in addressing the business realities and the focuses on the future business needs. What are the future business needs are there? Such as strategic plannings are there, compensation, policies, performance of HR, measuring the results. However, in some organizations, HR often does not play a key role in formulating the strategies for the organization or the policies for the organization whole, but instead merely carries them out to the HR activities. Then many executive managers, HR professionals are increasingly seeing the need for HR management to become a greater strategic contribution to the business success of organization. The role of HR as a strategic business partner is often described as having a seat at the board level and contributing to the strategic direction and the success of the organization. 7SS model, very important model. Corporate vision are there. HR, soft, as we can say, this is the style, staff skills. HR, hard assets are there. There are the strategies are there, structures and system. 7SS model indicating the business strategies, organizational effectiveness are there. So it is a very significant model which is made and correlated directly with the corporate vision of an organization. According to the McKinsey 7S framework of model, significant model of HR plays the role of catalyst for the organization. According to this framework, effective organizational change is the complex relationship between the 7S. As in this 7S framework model, total matching process between the three hard S's are the strategy, structure, and system. And fourth of SS are the key element of this model, which clearly indicated the style, staff, skill, and superordinate goals are there. Clearly, all the S have to complement each other and have to be joined towards each other. A single cooperative visions for the organization to be very effective in this model, it has to be realized that most of the assets are determined directly or indirectly by the way human resources are managed, and therefore HRM must be a part of the total business. So we can say it is very, very significant. 7S model is very important as per the McKinsey. This is also known as the McKinsey 7S. Strategies, structures, system, style, staff, skill, and superordinate goals are the part of this 7S framework model. New role of human resource management are there. Human resource management is the new millennium. This is the era of globalization. New practices are there, innovations are there in the HR, has undergone a great evolution by questioning the accepted practices, reinventing organization as well as the structures. Many traditional practices have been thrown out, and new practices are the part of the human resource management. It is very significant, and very specialists are there, specialization are there. So this we can say the new era or new millennium are going on for the human resource management. It is a dynamic process. New policies may be there. We can adopt the new technology for the betterment of the human resource management. So we can say the HRM now is the dynamic process. Why? They are the functions of HR as a facilitator to change, carry the people through the required true management of human resources. As a facilitator is there, as integrated approach of management rather than being an isolated function. Human resources is regarded as a core activity which shape a company's value, mediator, establishing a balance, new and emerging the aspirations and requirement of the company as an individuals. Functions of the human resource managers are the human resource manager as an intellectual person, like the basic skill in the human resource field as compared to the technologists or financial experts in the skill to communicate, articulate, understand, above all to be an expert when it comes to putting policies and agreements in black and white. So human resource manager as an educator also, It is not enough to that a human resource has in common over the language, which however remains his primary tools. He should be deeply interested in learning, also in the achieving the growth. Human resource manager as the discriminator, human resource administrator must have the capacity to discriminate between the right and what is the wrong. Human resource manager and an executive, like the human resource manager must execute the decisions of the management and its policies with speed, accuracy, and objectivity. Human resource manager is a leader, very important part. Emerging aspect of human resource management are some functions are strategy and human resource management. The primary goal of every organization is to remain and relevant in the business. To achieve its goal, organizations should be effective and efficient in their operation within the limitation of their resource. Therefore, the management theme of the strategy, which is referred as a set of coordinated and monitored choices and action with the frame of the organization. Ethics are very important ones. HR practices play major role in the keeping this emanating and enforcing organizational ethics. Very important part. Some areas of ethical misconduct involving HR activities, types of misconduct, compensation, falsifying the expenses report, inappropriate overtime classification, mispresentation, and so on. Various type of the compensation we can say here, misconduct may be fine. Employees relation, personal gain, gifts from vendors, intentionally violating the safety measures, health regulations are the part of employees relation, misusing, and employees lying the supervisions, executing the managers provided. Staffing, equal employment, sexual harassment is the part, discrimination in hiring, discipline, and promotions also. HR outsourcing, the concept of outsourcing is familiar to within the term of the BPO, business process outsourcing, very common phenomena. We can study there. So challenges that organization deals with the opting for outsourcing in the function should be outsourced, to whom it can be outsourced, for how long the functions can be outsourced, and how the relationship with the outsourcing company can be managed for getting the functions effectively. Challenges faced by managers are very important. Various challenges may be there. HR activities in organizations are facing some challenges in practice, such as the occupational shifting, quality of available workforce, growth, casual workers, technological shift, gender diversity, racial age limit also, globalization. They are some specific things which are coming as the challenges which is faced time to time by the HR manager during their practices. So additional challenges are there, internal nature and often results from the environment forces that are the external by the nature. Some of the issues emerging from the organizational, it includes the organizational restrictions are there, organizational culture is there, downsizing is there, decentralization is the part of this. Environmental challenges may be coming time to time. There are issues emanating from external contact where the company operates, which has great influence on the performance of organization. Globalization, labor demand, and supply also the part. Like the individual challenges, in the short, we can say they are the issue regarding the employees, how they are being treated, matching individuals with the organization, employees development, insecurity, reward system, affect the performance. So these specific things are there, and in this specific block we have covered 2 units as well. In the next session, we will cover the unit number 3, as we will also cover the block number 2. So this is about the unit number 2 of human resource management. Thank you very much. Namaskar.